Hello everyone, this is Mr. H and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we will be learning about the different forms of equation of a straight line. So there are three different forms. The first form is what we call the standard form, which is written in the form of ax plus by equals to c. The second form of the equation is what we call the general form. General form is written as ax plus by plus c equals 0. As you notice, for general form, the x term, the y term, and the constant term are all equated to 0. And the third form of equation is what we call the slope-intercept form, which is written as y equals mx plus b. So as we learned from the previous discussions, so m represents the slope and b actually comes from the y-intercept, which is in the form of 0, comma, b. Now, going back to standard form and general form, here the values of a and b must not be equal to 0, because technically if a is equal to 0, definitely this will be gone, and b, if b is 0 also, it will be gone. Okay, and another thing for standard form and general form, there is a rule. So if you want to write the equation of a line in standard form or general form, there must not be any fractions in there. So it means that the a, b, and c must not be rational numbers, cannot be fraction. But for slope-intercept form, we can accept fractions in here, especially for slope m. Alright, so let's answer this example. Rewrite this equation of a line 5x minus y equals negative 16 into general and slope-intercept form. So we were given this equation right here, and as you notice, that equation is written in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. And we are asked to rewrite it to general form and slope-intercept form. So let's do it. All right, first, general form. Rewriting that given equation into general form is very easy, because if you still remember, for general form of the equation of a line, all the terms, x term, y term, and constant term, are all equated to 0. So that means that all the terms must be on one side. So we can put everything on the left-hand side of the equation. So let me rewrite the given equation. We have 5x minus y equals negative 16, which is in standard form. Now, following the format of general form of the equation of a line, so we just make sure all the terms are on the left-hand side. Since the x term and the y term are already written on the left-hand side, so that means that we're only looking forward to moving the constant term, which is negative 16. Yeah, so we just simply rewrite 5x minus y, because we're not actually doing anything to them, so we just leave them there. However, negative 16 must be transposed, must be written to the left-hand side of the equation. So by doing that, we need to move the negative 16 all the way to the left-hand side. So for the rule for simplifying or solving equation, whenever a term jumps over the equal sign. So I meant changing position. So for example, moving from left to right or right to left. So if the term jumps over the equal sign, you need to change the sign to the opposite. Like in this case, we have negative 16 right here. If we're going to move it to the left, it's jumping over the equal sign. So from negative 16, it will become positive 16. And we equate it to 0. And that is our general form. So if you notice, we didn't do anything for with 5x and y. The x term and y term are still the same because they didn't move from left to right or the other way around, right? So only the negative 16. And for the slope-intercept form, so slope-intercept form. If you still remember, the form is y equals mx plus b. So from standard form that's originally given, we need to turn it into slope-intercept form. So by doing that, so we were given originally 5x minus y equals negative 16. So we simply copy negative y. So it's going to be retained on the left-hand side. So negative y equals. The next term is the x term, mx. So from here, it's actually the 5x. So 5x is actually on the left-hand side of the equation. And based on the form, the x term must be separated from the y term. So we have to move the 5x over to the right. And by doing that, so 5x is jumping over the equal sign. So from positive 5x, we need to change it to negative 5x. And for the last part, we have negative 16, the constant term, is actually already on the right-hand side, right? So we're not moving this. So that only tells us one thing. So we need to just retain negative 16. Just copy it. Now, so the last step here is dividing everything by negative 1. Why do we need to do that? Because for slope-intercept form, it says y is the only thing on the left-hand side. But there is a numerical coefficient of y, so there's an invisible negative 1 in here. So that needs to, disappear by not erasing it. But we have to divide all the terms by negative 1. So by doing so, negative 1 divided by negative 1 is actually positive 1, or it's going to become y, equals negative 5 divided by negative 1. Negative divided by negative is positive, so same rule for multiplication. So it's going to give us 5x. Negative 16 divided by negative 1 is positive 16. So is it already the same as the format for slope-intercept form? The answer is yes. So that means the slope-intercept form of the original equation given in standard form is y equals to 5x plus 16. Now, maybe you're asking, we have 3 different equations in here. You have the standard form. You have the standard form that's originally given, and we rewrote it to general form and slope-intercept form. Now, what what does this tell us? So even if you're seeing three different equations, technically they are all the same. So if you try to graph each equation that we have here, whether it's the standard form, the general form, or the slope-intercept form, it's gonna give you the same line graph. That leads us to the idea that you're looking at three different equations, but technically they have the same value, and it's gonna give you the same graph. Okay, now for your challenge, this is the question. So I encourage you to grab a pen and paper and answer this question. Rewrite 3y plus 15x plus 21 equals 0 to standard and slope-intercept form. So after answering, you can share your solution and answer by posting it into the comment section below. And please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's at MathHub3938, or you can also search MathHub by Mr. H or MH squared. Thank you very much for watching.